All right, guys, welcome to Action Living. I'm your host, and today in the studio we also have Sam the mailman. How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing outstanding. Thank you, sir.
Also on the boards we got cool man Jimmy.
How's it going?
I almost called you Jim again. It's going good, dude. Guys, have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Sam, good weekend?
Yeah, it was okay.
What was on the agenda, man?
I didn't do anything exciting.
Chilled out, stayed out of the rain.
Yeah, Sunday was raining. We were all ready to go out to the event, and then all of a sudden it was just raining, so I just stayed at the house and chilled.
I got to admit, I held in to the last minute on that. I was holding out hope that maybe it won't rain, but by about 1:30 it was pouring down, and there was no sunshine in sight. Did y'all notice that?
At 4 o'clock there was.
Yeah, I know. About 4:30 I was in Frisco. I actually went to... Oh. Whoa.
Okay.
What happened there? I went to Tailgaters in Frisco and watched a little Masters. You guys watch any Masters?
Yes, I was thrilled by it. I couldn't stop watching the end of it.
Jimmy, you watch any golf? Okay, well, man, I mean, pretty exciting. The Bubba guy.
Oh, Bubba. I was so excited the Bubba won.
I don't watch golf nowadays, okay? I haven't watched... In fact, that's the first time I've watched golf and probably where I sit down and watched it in years, okay? Like, watched it more than 3 or 4 minutes. What's the story in this guy? Why is he so popular? You know, Sam?
Who, Bubba?
Yeah.
It's not that he's not popular. It's just that it's his first time winning the Masters.
I know,
Anytime that somebody wins the Masters for the first time, it's a feel-good story.
But it seemed like everyone was like already on board. Like, you know, the way the broadcasters were making out to be, he's some kind of like, you know, local, or you know, everyone just kind of likes Team Bubba.
Yeah.
But maybe that's like.
Well,
you said,
if the other
maybe
guy had won, it would have been the same reaction because they're two really not well-known golfers. They're like up and coming, and like I said, with the Masters, anytime it's somebody new and it gets that thrilling, because that shot that he made out of the woods, basically,
yes,
that was a hell of a shot.
incredible shot.
Incredible shot. And then the other guy missed, and then he had 2 putts to get it in, and he got it in, and man, he was excited.
When you're watching that, Jimmy, let me give you kind of a rundown for our listeners also that didn't watch. Basically, the guys end up tying the one of the biggest events of the year. It's a major, okay? One of the toughest events of the year by far, as far as courses go. They go into this 4 days of play. You know, what is it, 72 holes of golf, and they tie. So you have 2 guys down to the wire. It's Bubba and Ulof or something. I forget the other guy's name, okay? You're pulling for these guys. You think the name Bubba, Jimmy, that's probably like good old boy, right? Maybe it's the way the crowd's going on, like you're kind of like he's the underdog, and he's a guy that grew up on a farm and hit golf balls. You know, instead of golf balls, maybe they're rocks, and he trained like hard. And it's kind of what I was envisioning, hearing the way they were talking about him, okay? And the emotional at the end, all the emotions he had, like he was crying. His mom came out there, which is different, his wife, and, you know. So, anyway, you kind of feel for the guy and you're excited. Then the next day, I learned this guy's got all these nice homes all over the place. Like a $1.5 million house for sale in North Carolina, another house in Florida, another house in Arizona. I don't know. It kind of took away from the experience for me. You know what I mean? I felt like a little bit of regret pulling for him so hard. You guys, did y'all feel the same way?
No, all those golfers, if they play enough, if they get good enough, they get money, and they can, Phil Mickelson, I'm sure, has a few houses.
Well, that's Phil Mickelson. He's established. I'm thinking this guy's a new guy that's, never made $1, and he's struggled his whole life, and it's the story about how he made just enough to stay on tour. He's not doing that. He's doing way better than that. So, I don't know. It took away from me a little bit. I was all excited that he won until I realized the guy's already established and making the big money.
Well, better. At least it wasn't the U.S. Open, because the U.S. Open, they play another 18 holes on the Monday. They don't just finish it up. They wait the next day. If it's
tied?
Yeah.
Now, there's sometimes they do the tiebreaker. They just go the first one to beat, the first one to get a better score wins.
Yeah, the first one who wins the hole wins.
Then there's sometimes when they do like 3 holes at a time or something, I believe, on some of them.
Yeah, I think there might be a couple where they do 3 holes, but I think for the most part they're always just sudden death.
Yeah, and then there's like you said, you play another 18 holes. God, what if you went and played another 18 holes and you tied again? What do they do then? Do you know?
Then you go to another hole.
Okay.
Then it's sudden death.
They reduce to ridiculous, and they're like, screw this. We're not going to spend another 18 holes to figure out the winner. All right, man. You guys, y'all think golf is a sexy sport?
No, not really.
Yeah.
It's kind of a boring sport until the very end.
Tiger is what lit that sport up. It made it cool, it made it exciting, and I'm pulling for Tiger to get back in. There's just when he first came on the scene, Tiger's in his 30s, right? Like probably 35, 36.
Yeah.
Tiger grew up in a day and age when technology wasn't there like it is now. Okay, Tiger had to work to get where he's at hard, really hard, okay? Nowadays, there's a lot of kids that got a little bit of money in their pocket. Mom and daddy got a little bit of money, and they get the latest technology, the best pros. I mean, just things are so far advanced now, okay? So these guys are coming up and like, well, yeah, Tiger's being challenged. All these young kids are challenged. Man, they have such more. I mean, there's just, the advancement of the sport is so much better now than it was 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Tiger was old school training. These guys are all new school. So obviously they're going to be hitting longer, hitting straighter, and challenging the big dogs right out of the gate. But so I'm pulling for Tiger. I think the odds are against him because these 23-year-old badasses are out there have been trained by the best. Not that Tiger doesn't have the same kind of training opportunity, but he didn't have it when he was 6 years old and 10 years old like these kids do. So I'm hoping he comes back and hoping he comes back strong. You guys have any thoughts on Jimmy? Even if you don't follow golf, you got to know all about Tiger Woods and his indiscretions. Are you a Tiger hater or a Tiger lover?
I'm kind of indifferent, really. But I mean, if he does well, good for him.
I mean,
I really don't,
you
pay
care
too
less.
Much, yeah, I really don't pay too much
But
attention.
here's the cool thing. You know all about Tiger Woods, correct? I mean, you know enough about him, correct?
Right.
You know what he did. You know he was successful. You know he's a badass. You never heard of this Bubba guy, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So Tiger did that for the sport. People like Jimmy who don't even play the sport of golf or not involved know all about golf. That's why Tiger's the best thing that ever happened to golf. And hopefully he'll come back and do it again. So do you want him to beat the title that Jack Nicklaus holds?
No.
You want Jack to hold it?
Yes, I like Jack Nicholson. Nichols. What?
Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah, Nicholas. I was thinking Nicholson.
Nicholas. I might have said it wrong too. He's a good guy, but
Yep.
I think you need the excitement. At least Tiger needs to get close. You know what I mean? If not beat it, he needs to get one away. That'll get the interest up. That way, every time there's a major, people are gonna be watching. Even more so because that could be the one where Tiger takes over the title. All right, man. Well, let's see. Moving on to other things, man. What do y'all think about all this rain coming our way? You guys, does that bum y'all out like it does me? Or does it have an effect? Probably no effect, huh?
If it would rain at night,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be bad. That way, at least you got the daytime sun. But yeah, still need the rain, man.
I'm
Not
o-
as much as we've been getting, but we still need it.
Well, I'm okay with raining early morning, late at night. Costs a person like myself some money when that happens, man. I mean, I could take a significant loss this week, so I don't like it, man. I mean, it already hit my pocketbook once Sunday. So I need the rain to go away. It's biker days, man. So let's talk about what's going on in the news there, Sam. What's happening?
Let's see. President Obama has a 8-point lead in a new poll over Mitt Romney, who everyone expects to be the new Republican candidate come the fall. Where he's scoring most is with women. Women do not like Mitt Romney.
Obama's getting a women vote.
Yeah, women do not like Romney at all.
All right.
So that changed a little bit. Romney caught up with him a little bit, but it was still have a long way to go. Let's see. There were shots fired near Zimmerman's house in Florida, the shooting in Trayvon Martin's case. Now, the big news yesterday is that there's not going to be a grand jury to possibly indict this guy. So now it goes to the special prosecutor. Either has to bring formal charges against Zimmerman or has to drop the case completely.
Oh, wow. Is this something that could come back a year from now where he still gets prosecuted?
No, if they drop the charges and that's it, you can't refile.
Well, how does that happen in other cases where, like, 20 years later, they're taking this guy to court? How does that happen?
Not sure, but, well, maybe actually it's if you already prosecute the case and you're found out guilty, then you can't redo it because that's double jeopardy. So, like, if you kill somebody, Brandon,
Okay.
they take you to trial, you're found not guilty, then you confess to it, they can't do anything.
That's crazy.
Because it's called double jeopardy.
That is so insane.
Yeah.
Wow. That really is. That just doesn't makes no sense to me at all. But why would they even have a law like that? What happened in the course of time where maybe because of all the false prosecution, they didn't want to keep prosecuting someone over and over and over, and they just ruined the person's life, and they really were innocent. But I think if somebody confesses to something, they should be found guilty. I mean, there's got to be. I mean, surely there's a way around that law.
Yeah, there's always ways around these laws, but you can take him to civil court. Like OJ was found not guilty. He could have confessed the day after, and there's nothing that could have been done about it. But he was taken to civil court, and he ended up being found. He wasn't found guilty, but he was found. He had to pay the money because in civil court the burden is less.
Right. Okay.
That's like going to see Judge Judy.
You think those relatives of Ron Goldman got any money?
No, not yet.
I mean, nothing.
No, because OJ basically they couldn't touch his pension. Well, they did get some because he had to like sell his like I think he had to sell his World Series ring and some of his other possessions, but basically they didn't really get a lot.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna get nothing with him locked up in jail.
Nope, not a thing.
Wow, dude. Wonder how they're doing though nowadays. The Goldmans, the father, like at least you think he's older.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. You know what? OJ wasn't guilty, so who cares? I'm sick of those people.
You think he was innocent?
OJ didn't do it.
Okay. The court said he didn't do it. I'll live with that.
Yeah, if the glove didn't fit, you must have quit. You must quit. Whatever. What's that phrase?
Yeah. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. I think that's what it was, but close enough.
Vince Neil was in Vegas. He got in some troubles in the Palm a while back. Now he's officially blacklisted from going to the Palms Hotel Casino after allegedly threatening the hotel staff with bad publicity. It was an incident, I guess, a couple of weeks ago, and now the Palm said that Vince is not welcome there ever again, which I'm sure they'll make up at some point. But for now, he's not welcome there.
What did you said? What happened? Does it say at all?
It said that he was verbally he was allegedly threatening the hotel staff with bad publicity.
Right.
Neil was put out of the restaurant as a result of his inappropriate behavior and claims the rocker later called hotel staffers threatening negative publicity.
So basically, he got drunk in a restaurant there.
Yeah.
And was acting belligerent.
Yeah.
And that's what. Wow, dude. You remember we talked about this the other day? Like, these stars are not bigger than these hotels. Remember we talked about Pauly D?
Yeah.
And how they can't act a fool? Vince Neil's a pretty big deal, man. He's a pretty big guy. So, the fact that he made that threat, that was just stupid. I mean, I think you can get away with a lot of stuff, and he could have left, but when you made the threat, you just don't do that, man. That's the last thing you want to do. So, it's going to be fun to watch Pauly D for that reason alone. I'm thinking these guys might get kicked out.
Pauly D was on Live with Kelly this morning. They're having guest DJs all week.
I saw that.
Yeah, so he was pretty cool on it. He was teaching them how to spin.
I'm so sick when Howie Mandel's on there all the time. And I'm so fed up and sick of the whole germaphobe thing.
Oh, yeah.
He wouldn't touch the turntables. Now, granted, if you're going to stay away from something, probably something Pauly D touch would be the thing. But get real, dude. Really, you can't touch the turntable?
Like, take a pinky and just kind of go like that.
It's so freaking annoying, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I get so tired of that. Everything's about the germs. It's like that's his bit, you know what I mean? And he just doesn't come off of it. You think Kelly Ripa's sexy?
There are days when she looks really good, but she's just way, 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 way too skinny.
Yes, she is.
She needs to eat.
She looks good. The problem is she's got the blonde hair with a cute personality, and you can't be sexy when you're cute. You know what I mean?
Well, she works out like 5 hours a day from the sounds of it, so I think she eats a lot, but she just works out a lot.
Yeah, she is too thin. I remember when she was on All My Children back in the days. That's the young, I don't know, she was like 16 at the time.
Oh, and she wore the black wig when she first started?
I don't remember doing that.
She was a rebellious teen.
I just remember she was the daughter of the old guy.
Yeah, of Adam Chandler.
Adam, yes, correct.
Yeah.
And that's about all I remember. She had a boyfriend
when
named
she
Brian.
started, she wore a black wig, and she was a rebellious teen, and then at one point she finally took the wig off and went to the blonde hair, and then became a young ingenue, and then became like an alcoholic and a pill popper, and all these terrible things happened to her storyline-wise.
Okay. What else is in the news? Anything else that's breaking we should talk about?
Ashton Kutcher is going to play Steve Jobs in an upcoming movie about the Apple co-founder, and Steve Wozniak is officially endorsing Ashton to play Steve Jobs. The flick begins filming in May. We chronicle Steve's journey from wayward hippie to co-founder of Apple.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being a good fit. You watch 2.5 Men last night?
Yeah, I did.
What do you think about it?
It wasn't bad, the two moms.
I think the show's coming around. I think they were, at first I didn't like it because all it was focused was on the hotness of Ashton Kutcher. You know, I got a big schlong and I'm a good looking guy, and if they just couldn't drop that. It was just, that's what every bit of the show was about. And it was annoying. Now it's pretty interesting, especially we talked about the two moms scene last week, if you recall, how that was the two, you know, them hooking up. And I love you know who I like? Beavis and Butthead, the two sons.
Yeah.
John Cryer's son, Who that kid looks so different now, man. Than when
Yeah,
he
he's
was younger.
grown up. He lost all the weight. He's like a nerd now.
And in his girlfriend's son. I mean, they're Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, they're stoner dudes.
Yeah, totally. So I like the fact that they're at the dinner and they can't figure out that their grandmas are lesbians or hooking up, at least bisexual. So it's interesting, and I like the dynamics of Ashton Kutcher's ex-wife and the new girlfriend, because they're both bitches basically.
Yeah.
And I personally could not stand his new girlfriend. I don't think she's attractive. She's very elegant and gorgeous, but she's just such a bee. You know what I mean? That I can't put up with that myself. It's annoying to watch her, but it makes me want to watch her. Actually, I want to see how mean she can be to him. Let's see here. What else? Let's enough about the news. Let's talk about some. Well, there's something that's sort of news I wanted to address, but it's more of something we'll talk about in a little bit. About the is it Trayvon? Am I saying the name right? Trayvon.
Trayvon, yeah. I
I want to talk about that in a little bit. We'll get to that. But meantime, we're talking about shows. Let's discuss a couple shows real fast. Celebrity Apprentice. Did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
All right. I think of all the weeks, this was the most obvious week who to kick off.
Yeah, I mean, Lou didn't do much, but Donald made a really good point. And if somebody starts pointing this out, I think that bitch Lisa Lampanelli will go. And did you hear the point that Donald made?
No, which one?
He said, there's a case for Lisa going home because she's been doing most of the creative for all of these tasks, and how many times have the women lost?
I disagree. You know why I disagree? She's doing the creative because she's the strongest person that's in that group. Now, yeah, they're losing, but what would have happened if somebody else stepped up and did her role? They would have lost even worse. You got to remember that.
Yeah,
maybe
but
they're losing, but she's the best on the team, and that's
but
what
the
show's
point
all
is
about.
they've lost so many times, and she was pretty much in charge of creative the other day, and they didn't really like. I mean, you know how it is. They like both projects, but they like the other one better. Basically, they didn't like that one team's approach, and that was mostly Lisa.
Let me tell you though what they accomplished as a business owner here, okay, and someone that's into branding of images. Of companies. They covered a lot of things that were really, really important. Their video was boring, okay, but at the end of the day, the content they had was something that was lacking in the other. They mentioned the price of the product. Basically, they're selling like an internet coupon site or something, okay, an app. So for entertainment.com. So they mentioned the price point, $30, very cheap. They kept mentioning ways to use the, how you might use this thing for children, for dinner, for movies. They were covering a lot of things that helped sell that product, okay? It just was a very boring, the guy and the girl couple was kind of lame. You know what I mean? But I think she did a really good job. Considering they had you remember they have like a day or two to put this all together. You know what I mean? And they have other things going on in their life than just a Celebrity Apprentice. So I think she did a fantastic job. Did it win? No. But should it have won? I couldn't tell you who was going to win that either
I
way.
like the other teams better.
Oh,
I
no, it was
totally did.
More entertainment. You got to remember from a business side of things, though, their team lacked a lot of things. A lot of, I guess product knowledge. They didn't really tell much about it.
But Donald made good points. He said, if Lou didn't do much, then how can Lou be responsible for the product? If Lou didn't do much, that means that everything else fell on the other people that were part of the project, which means that, in a sense, maybe Lou shouldn't have been. Lou doesn't do much. Lou's just about himself. I should star in it.
Right.
But Lou had good ideas. He said we should do different camera shots, and he brought that up a few times.
Did that.
He said that maybe I should star in it, they said that they wanted. So really, Lou might have gotten the shaft because, like I said, Lisa and Diana were most of the creative behind it, and they lost. So possibly one of them should have went home. Lou didn't fight enough. Here's
my argument. Did Lou? Here's what we don't know. Okay, and this is the key part of this whole thing. Did Lou tell those people that what he was saying? I know he mentioned the camera angle, okay? But did Lou openly say, I should be in this show, we should use our celebrity?
He said it one time.
He said it to the camera, though. Did he say it to the camera or to the people?
I think he said it to the people. He said it to the people, and they were like, no. And then, like I said, he mentioned all the different camera angles.
He said that directly.
Oops. Oh, damn, this is cool. And then he said, and then if the other team had lost, what's her name, actually... Exactly, and I think that was a setup. I think they told
Old-fashioned?
the executive to say the old-fashioned thing because that was just way too coincidental. What it was is there was a line that the team that won, who was the winning project manager? I forgot. No, not Arsenio.
No, Diana. No, she's on the losing team.
She was on the losing team.
Oh,
it was for the AIDS. It was for
the chick,
AIDS.
the chick
Yeah.
that's from Real Housewives.
Oh, that's right, Teresa.
Yes.
It was there was a line in the video that they shot 60-second commercials for some app. I forgot the product.
Entertainment.com. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, that's right. So there was a line where they said, Penn was in there. No, was it not Penn? It
Paul
was
Tuttle.
Paul Tuttle said, I like doing it the old-fashioned way or something like that. And Aubrey, the redhead that I think is a bitch, and I really do want to see her leave. She said maybe we shouldn't say old-fashioned. And then all of a sudden, the executive watch it. They start meeting with Donald, saying what they like and what they don't like, and they specifically point out the old-fashioned reference. I think that was a setup. I think the producers told them to say that. And then, because in the boardroom, when they pointed that out, you could see Aubrey's like, see, I told you so.
Hold on, but she had the look of her eyes said it. I don't know, man. I feel what you're saying. I don't disagree.
Because there are things that they set up on that.
I'm
show a
not
little
disagreeing
bit.
what you're saying, but that is something that I would have caught up on. I mean, it was kind of insulting. It's like, some people still use the book the old way. I'm the kind of person that probably use the old way book.
Oh, I would too.
So I don't think it's something that couldn't have happened by coincidence, because I think it is a true. I mean, it was kind of a derogatory statement to say when they still use old way, and I can see where the executives realize they've trained people for all these years to use this book, and they still sell the book, so they got to watch what they say. So it could have happened by coincidence, but I feel you. I mean, you're right. It could have 50-50 on that.
But see, the whole thing with Lou didn't fight hard enough. And you know what? If Lisa Lampanelli had been talking to me like that, I would have went off on her. I mean, I know he said if you were a man, I would have thrown you through this wall. But I would have went off on her and said, you need to shut the hell up, you effing C. All you do is talk. I would have not let her get a word in, but Lou speak his mind a little bit, but he was being too much of a wimp. He should have spoken up for himself and told her what it was. I would have. Like Arsenio did last week, and then he backtracks this week and kind of not really apologizes, but, acts like that chick had that coming. She's self-centered, that Aubrey chick last week. That was greatness.
Well, here's my thoughts on the whole Lou Ferrigno thing and why he definitely should have gone home. You say, well, they keep losing, but here's the deal. Let's say that you, me, and Jimmy are on we have our organization, our biker club we're a part of, but let's say that we go and compete in a softball game tomorrow night, and I'm on the bench because I'm the weak player. I don't know, what is the two-man sport? Tennis. We're doing couples tennis. And you guys are playing because I'm the weak link, okay? And I'm on the sidelines coaching, going, well, I would have done it this way, or I would have done it that way. But the fact of the matter is, you guys are the better players. Shouldn't I go home? Even if you guys lose, am I not still the weakest players? The fact you guys lose over and over and over because the dirty bastards keep beating us in couples tennis, I'm still the weakest player. And even though you guys are putting forth your best effort and losing, I'm still the weakest player. And that's why Lou Ferrigno should go home. And that's why I don't think the argument that Lisa should go home because she keeps losing. She's still the best player over there. Her and Penn are both the two best players,
yeah.
two strongest.
Again, it could have went, if he had fought a little bit harder, he might have been able to save himself.
Here's why I think he didn't say some stuff to the other players. When they were in the boardroom and they were saying, well, Lou, you didn't do this, you didn't say this, he never defended himself. So I don't know that he told those other players his thoughts on some of these things. I know he told the cameras, and I know for a fact he said this about the angles to Diana, but I don't know that he said the other stuff because he didn't defend himself one time when they brought those points up.
Yeah.
So, good choice. Donald made the right choice. I think it was a no-brainer. It's going to be interesting from this point on, though. And, boy, did Diana not step up her hotness? The model, the Miss Universe. Is her name Diana?
Diana, yeah.
Oh, did she not do a great job?
She did do a good job.
Very proud of her. Yeah. And at least Lampanelli even stepped up and said, she did an awesome job. Maybe she should be the leader every time because she's good at organizing.
I think they're back to fighting again next week. Did you see the previews?
Oh, they're back.
I saw it for like a second.
Yeah. That love isn't going to last very long. Someone's got to be to blame also. Now that Lou's gone, she's the next, she'll be the next one getting kicked on. What do they do now, though? It's going to be like 3-5. It's not really fair, is it? The teams?
Well, that's how they've done it in the past, unless they take one off and put them on the other team and even them at 4.
Yeah, because now it's like 3 to 5. They're already the weakest team. Now they're down to 3 players. I mean, seriously, they're already not as competitive, not as good as it is. So we're gonna make them even weaker. I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's all about getting down to 2 people. I guess you'll just get there a little bit faster that way. But all right, man. Enough celebrity apprentices. Let me ask you guys a question. And I'm gonna ask Jimmy this as well. Of all these shows on, because Celebrity Apprentice used to be The Apprentice. It wasn't all about the celebrities. You got Survivor. You've got all these crazy shows on TV. Which show would you guys be most inclined to go be on? What would be your show, your reality show of choice, as far as competition? Not just a show. Don't say Jersey Shore. Like, which competitive show would you be on, Sam?
I wouldn't do any of them. I'm horrible.
But you have to. It's a law. You have to submit. You have just like you have to enlist in the Army when you're 18. Or not, we got to register for the draft or whatever. Same thing. You gotta put down something because they might need you to be on a reality show.
Bad Girls Club.
That's not. Is that a competition?
No,
it's gotta be competition.
I guess Big Brother.
Yeah. All right, good choice.
I would be horrible on that show, and I'd be gone right away though.
Okay.
I'll say Big Brother because you have to do a lot, but you don't. But I have such ADD, I would be gone, and I'd be the first one off. I'd be like, send me home.
Jim, what would you be, Jimmy?
I don't know of any of the competitive ones, but
Survivor.
No.
You don't know Survivor? You've never seen Survivor?
Never watched it. No.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
You don't know any of the shows?
No. I've seen Bad Girls Club, so but that's not competitive.
Wow.
I've seen a couple episodes of Jersey Shore, but that's the extent of it.
I think you could do Survivor, Jimmy, because it was like last week you were talking about being out in the wild and having to fend for yourself. Basically, on Survivor, they drop you on an island somewhere. You have teammates. You have to, kind of work with your teammates, but you're basically out in the middle of nowhere fending for yourself.
That'd be fun. All right.
Have you?
But you got to work with other people.
You've seen commercials at
not
least,
so
right?
much. Huh?
You've seen commercials for Survivor, right?
I remember it used to be really big. That's really all I remember. I don't know that I watched the commercials or anything. No.
Wow, that's like, it's almost amazing to me, man. It's almost like saying you don't have a cell phone to say you've never seen Survivor or Big Brother. None of these shows you've ever seen?
No. No, I've always just not been into the shows that were really big.
But you're also into the internet, though.
Yeah.
And computer stuff. And at some point, years ago, and to this day, Survivor pops up on the news, and you've had to see the post or the bulletins or something, and just you never went over there to check it out, huh?
No.
That's crazy, man. That's really is. That's like it's like saying you're not on Facebook almost. I think Facebook's obviously more popular than Survivor now, but at one point Survivor was probably the show that really catapulted reality TV competitions. Wouldn't you say, Sam?
Yeah.
I mean, it really was. It was okay, we've seen Real World. Now we're going to put people on a freaking island. They're going to have to survive on their own. It was pretty cutting edge. I mean, it was definitely different.
Do you consider Real World a reality show to do?
It's a reality show, but it's not a competitive. It's not a competition.
Oh, okay.
Fear Factor is a reality show with competition. I mean, I guess it's not. Is that considered reality? It's real, but it's all staged, of course, entirely.
Oh, you know what I would have done? I watched Joe Millionaire. Hold on.
Which one? That's the one where he's a fake millionaire.
Yeah.
Did that happen more than once or just once?
No, it was just one time, but that was a genius idea.
It was good.
Your friend that was here earlier would have probably been a great contestant, most likely.
Who's my friend that was here earlier? Oh, that chick.
Yeah.
Okay. You saw her car?
Yeah.
You read the tag?
That's what I'm referring
she went through
to.
A divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah. I pink car. I don't know. She actually rides bikes and everything. It's always interesting to meet a girl, and you always think, I always do the stereotype girls. I'm like, I even asked her, is that your dude's car? Is that somebody else's car? I didn't see it had pink on it, by the way. She's like, oh, it's got a pink stripe, and I thought it was red from when I glanced. But yeah, all right. Well, Joe Millionaire, man, that didn't work out real well for that couple.
That was a fun show, though.
It was a fun show. I'll tell you a fun show that was really fun is, what was the one about the nerds? The Average Joe. Remember that? The Average Joe, they took a bunch of geeks and they put them with a bunch of jocks to figure out which one. The girls always pick the jocks, the good-looking guys, every single time. I was always pulling for the geek to win, but it just never happened. All right, man. So Big Brother, Sam. Any other show you might consider?
Nah, dude, I would not do good on the reality shows because my attention is. Big Brother would be probably the one.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to pick too. By the way, Big Brother.
Hey,
in
cool.
my-
We'll be in the house together. We'll be a secret alliance.
Oh, that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
We'll pretend we hate each
other.
We pretend we hate each other. We'll work the house, and then but secretly we're and then we'll get in with a couple of the other people and have a real secret alliance. Then we'll have a double secret alliance with the other people, and then we'll be found out, and then we'll be kicked off.
I'm trying to remember season 1. Who won that? There's a guy with missing half a leg, right? From Texas.
There was a doctor that won it.
Do you remember season 1 though? Wasn't it a guy like two guys at the end, and one of them was missing half his leg, and I think he's from Arlington.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, there was a guy that he is missing half his leg, and I thought that was kind of unfair because like, who's not going to vote for the guy missing part of his leg? He was a nice guy, but yeah, we could do that. That'd be awesome, dude. We'd just be there acting like we hate each other the whole time. And then at some point they would send in one of our exes. Who would they send into the house to throw you off your game? You know how they do that? They twist it up. They send somebody in the house. Who would they send in, Sam, for you?
Oh man.
You have a nemesis?
No, I don't. I don't.
You have an ex-girlfriend or friend you got in a big fight with? I mean, is there somebody out there that y'all don't get along because something happened?
The only one I could possibly think of was a guy that I used to work with on the show that I used to do here when I first came here.
Okay, so they'd send him in, and he would be like, "Oh crap, here he walks in." All right, I got quite a few people that could send it in for me.
Oh yeah,
I got several.
They could send Belinda in.
No, me and Belinda are on good terms now.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you don't know about that? You haven't heard?
No.
We're everything's good now. We're
Are you
all
back
cool.
together?
We're not back together, but we're cool. We're working together again. Everything's very kosher. So everything's back to normal almost.
Oh wow.
So
Well, that's good to hear.
we're in a good place. We're nice to each other, and we work together, and that's pretty much it. All right, man. Well, that's Big Brother for both of us, man. We should go for it. If you had to pick a talent, Jimmy, America's Got. You don't have to watch these shows to know what they're about. You're gonna be on America's Got Talent. If you had to be forced to do something, and I think about this before you answer, okay? Because we can all at least sing horribly, right? We can all at least sing bad, okay? That's a given. But not everyone has some kind of hidden talent, okay? So are you going to be on America's Got Talent, Jimmy, or American Idol?
Well, America's Got Talent, you can do anything, not
Yes.
just singing, right?
Yeah.
Then I'd probably be on America's Got Talent.
And what is your talent?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably have to work out some type of magic trick or something for everybody.
Have you ever done magic?
No.
As a kid, you never bought those. You never bought those little cheap magic sets like I always bought that you can't figure out how to do the damn trick, but it looks cool in the box. Never had one of those?
I'm sure I did. I don't really remember it though. I must not have been.
Okay, so America's Got Talent, and you're gonna do the magic trick, which you don't know how to do yet.
right.
Sam, what are you doing? American Idol or America's Got Talent?
God, if I do American Idol, I'm going to be one of those ones that they make fun of right away because I have no singing. I have no talent, so
But
I'll
see-
do American Idol just to be made fun of, so maybe I'll become famous.
Okay. Now remember, Jimmy, you can at least go in there. You could rap on American Idol. You could try that route. You know what I mean? So you don't have to sing all sweet. You can be like hardcore gangster rap, and maybe do that better than your talent as a magician, which you're not a magician.
I'm also not a rapper.
Okay, but I mean, you might. But we can all talk. You got a good voice,
Right.
So you have a good voice. You could be like, "I'm Hard Jimmy, and I'm here to see. I'm straight from the streets of Big D." You know what I'm saying? You could do something like that.
Are you saying that you don't believe that I can do a good card trick?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I know
do a
you can
good card
talk.
trick for
Here's what I
everybody.
do know. I know you can talk, right? And rapping is talking, right?
Okay.
With a little bit of a flow. So I think you could rap. So,
Okay.
but you're still gonna stick to America's Got Talent, or are you gonna switch over to American Idol?
Yeah, America's Got Talent.
Okay, I'm doing America's Got Talent too. I got a bunch of useless tricks up my sleeve, man. I can do. You ever met people that just got those wasted talents?
Remember, Brandon, remember who one of the judges is now.
America's Got Talent is Sharon Osbourne, David Hasselhoff, and Howie Mandel.
No, isn't that the one where Howard Stern is now?
He's American Idol.
No, Howard Stern's not American Idol. Howard Stern's America's Got Talent.
Oh, is he?
He replaced Piers Morgan.
Oh, it was Pierce Morgan, Sharon Osbourne, and Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
And Howie Mandel replaced David Hasselhoff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the Hoff.
So now it's Howie, it's Howard Stern, and it's Sharon.
Okay, I'm still doing America's Got Talent. You know why? Guess what I'm bringing me, guys? An assistant. I'll be like a magician guy. I'll have an assistant, a hot assistant with me. So at least I get his attention for half a second. A big, you know what? It's not even the kind of girl that I would like. It's the kind of girl that Howard would like. Big, busty, probably 30, strippers looking. You know what I mean? She looks like a porno star. And that's who I'm bringing on stage with me.
You think that'll work with Howard?
I think it'll at least get me, at least where they don't laugh at me too hard for half a second. But I have all these useless talents, you know, of what I can do. I can juggle pretty good. 3 balls, I can't go more than 3, but I can juggle really good, actually, weirdly enough.
Will you demonstrate for us tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't mind juggling. Need 3 balls. Haven't done it in forever. I did it the other day just to show somebody as a joke almost. And
So wait a minute, juggling, man, that's not going to win you the competition, though. What else are you going to do while you're juggling?
Well, none of us are going to win, okay? We're just saying what will we do. It's not going to win, but it's the best thing I have up my sleeve. I can juggle. I can do the whole Tiger Woods on the golf ball thing really good. Haven't done that for like 6-7 years, but you know how Tiger Woods would bounce the ball on the golf club?
No, I never saw him do that.
Yeah, you did. In the commercials? He bounces the ball, and then he hits it, and
I don't remember that.
Tiger Woods takes a golf club, and he bounces the ball up and down the golf club, then he pops it up and he hits it. He does it through his legs. I can do that. I'm sure if I practice for a day, I could do that really good again. I got a couple BMX tricks up my sleeve. But I'm probably going to do the juggling, combination of juggling to the golf club juggling trick. That's what I'm going to pull off. Yeah. With a hot assistant to bring me my golf club. So, and then I might do a little dance.
You do a little dance?
I got some little break dance moves that I'm decent at. So I might combine all those together. There's my talent, man. And I won't make it through. I don't think any of us are probably going to. I mean, it's fair to say that none of us are going to make it through probably, okay? But one of us could end up on the damn show.
Won't be me.
Well, as one of the worst contestants.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they could make fun. You could bring a hot chick too, Sam. And maybe you'll get on there just for the fact that you got a hot girl.
Could try that. But you don't want to be too obvious doing that because Howard's going to see right through you there.
Well, hold on. You're going to be on American Idol, though, I thought.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So you don't have Howie. You got J-Lo,
Yeah, but when
Steven Tyler, and you got your boy, the dog, Randy Jackson.
When you're auditioning, though, they don't let you bring like backup or other people into the room with you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's usually just yourself. Unless you're like a pair or duo.
You could play like you're blind and that person's helping you. Ooh, that not a bad deal. And you kind of hold them on the elbow.
Yeah.
You hold them. That's what you do. You have a stick and you have your assistant. You hold them by the elbow, and that's your. And now they're gonna feel sorry for you.
That's kind of hot the way you just held my elbow. By the way, got a little tingle.
Oh goodness. We're not the Big Dave show. All right, well that's what we're gonna do, man. We all know I'm 2 people to America's Got Talent. We could actually carpool together, Jimmy. Maybe wait in line. Like we could take. That'd be actually very good because if you got to go pee, you got to leave the line. You could hold my place, or I could hold your place. We could go get snack breaks. We could, quite honestly, we could take shifts. Like just wait there for an hour. You go for an hour, I go for an hour. We just go back and forth and hold each other's place in line. That'd be awesome. So we'll do America's Got Talent. Sam will try American Idol, and we can just keep our fingers crossed and hope that one of us makes it, okay? All right, man. Did you watch 90210?
I watched the old series. I don't watch the new one.
You didn't watch the old one back in the early days?
Nope.
Now, that was back when we were much younger. So, Jimmy, did you watch 90210? Because I know you did watch TV at some point in your life. You said this.
No, I didn't get into that.
Okay. Sam, so you remember Jason Priestley, though?
Yeah, I met him before. He came in studio once a few years ago when he was in town for something.
All right. But
he's a really nice guy.
Did you watch any of the original 90210s?
The original? Yeah, I watched the whole series.
Okay, you said you watched the new one.
No, I said I don't watch the new one.
Oh, okay. Were you Luke Perry fan or Jason Priestley? Brandon Walsh or Dylan McKay?
Wow, do I have to choose one?
You have to choose one. Which one?
Probably Luke Perry because he got the hotter chicks.
You're right. He did, didn't he?
He got Vanessa Marcel.
Ooh,
he got Shannon Doherty.
Not so much onto that one.
Who else did he get?
Jason Priestley got Kelly. Of course, Dylan did too, though. They both had her. So I guess
he had Kelly too.
He was just such the loner, the bad boy. Who are you more like, Luke Perry or Jason? Who are you?
I'm more like Jason.
You're more of a Jason Priestley type, the do-gooder.
Yeah.
Who was very successful at everything he did. All right. Who was the hot chick on the show for you? Who was your favorite chick that was on the show that was hot?
Oh, we forgot that Luke Perry also got Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Yeah, but so did Jason Priestley, didn't he? She lived
No,
with
they
him.
were related.
No, they weren't. She lived at his house.
But he didn't do anything with her.
I think they did. I think they messed around once or twice.
Who, Brandon? Brandon
Yeah.
and what was her name on the show? I
Um,
have to look it up.
was it Kelly? No, not Kelly. I'll think of it. What was her name?
No, they were related.
I'm almost certain they weren't.
All right,
Can
I'm
you
looking
Google
it up.
that?
Yeah, I'm Googling it right now. This is going to...
What was her name? Remember, she did something where she won a lawsuit and got a bunch of money and opened up the her own club. What happened if she sued somebody or she scammed somebody out of a lot of money? Remember? Maybe she helped Luke Perry do she screwed someone over and got money for it.
She was Valerie Malone on Beverly Hills 90210.
Valerie Malone. Yeah, she wasn't related to the Washes.
I think she was, too.
She was a childhood friend. Her dad or somebody died, committed suicide, I believe, and moved into the Washes to get over that.
Oh, she was a troubled family friend of the Walshes in Minnesota. They grew up together in Minnesota, and she and her parents... Okay.
I nailed it, didn't I?
But I don't think she ever hooked up. Valerie became involved with Dylan, then Steve, then Ray. Oh, she did become involved with Brandon, David, and Noah. Wow, she was a real slut.
She got around.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about Brian Austin Green. Who came out of that show as the hottest star? Luke Perry, Jason Priestley, or Brian Austin Green?
Oh, it's not Brian Austin Green.
You say that, but he's had a couple shows.
No, it's not Brian Austin Green.
And he married Vanessa Marcel.
Yeah, but
Or
they're
they had a
divorced.
kid.
Yeah. No, the one that came out probably is the biggest star is right now. I mean, just because of her... Tori Spelling became pretty big just because of her dad and everything.
She was born big. She didn't become big. She was already there. She was famous. She was already something.
Yeah, none of them... I mean, they all came
I'm
out
talking
equal.
about the guys.
Okay. Jason Priestley.
I think Priestley.
Ian Ziering. It's Ian, not Ian.
Ian Ziering.
Luke Perry, Brian Austin Green. Really, and the other ones. I mean, nobody remembers Douglas Emerson because he killed himself in the second season.
The little blonde-haired kid, Scott.
Yeah.
Right.
Nate. No. Ray Poo. Jamie Walters had a music career for about 5 minutes.
Right.
Vincent Young was Noah Hunter, but he didn't do much. Daniel Cosgrove did a few things, but it's between Luke Perry and Jason Priestley.
All right, I'm going to go.
Luke
Luke Perry
Perry
does some shows now. He's
did that show, did Oz, where he showed his junk.
He did 8 Seconds. Great movie. 8 Seconds. It's about Lane Frost.
And Jason Priestley has that cool show on the Audience Network. I forgot the name of it now, but it's a fun show.
But isn't Luke Perry on a show right now, like some show where he's been on a couple shows?
I think he does guest appearances. Like Brian Austin Green just did the... he was on Desperate Housewives for a few episodes where he played Marcia Cross's boyfriend for about...
He had his own show with Freddie Prinze Jr. for a while. They played like the two Bachelor guys. He's had his moments.
It's still between Jason and Luke Perry. Luke Perry and...
Can you pull up their net worth? There we go. Yeah, let's pull up what they're worth. That'll help us decide. Now, I'll tell you one thing about Ian Ziering. I always felt really bad for him.
He was married to some hot models.
Yeah, the blonde. He had a Playboy playmate. What was her name? She was on that show called Celebrity. I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here. What was her? Nikki Ziering. Former Hawaiian Tropics chick. Ian Ziering was always involved with everywhere there's hot girls, he was showing up at. Okay, and I gotta think the attention was on Jason Priestley and Luke Perry, so he probably had some. It kind of sucked to be the third guy on the show, wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To always be in the shadow. I mean, you're the same age, but you're the jock of the show, but you're always third. You're always third in line. You know what I mean? He got fourth in line when Brian Austin Green grew up a little bit.
Luke Perry does a lot of voiceover artists. He works a lot in cartoons now, doing voiceovers.
He's worth $20 million.
Says he's worth $20 million.
Okay, hold on. Before you go to the next one, okay? Jimmy, do you know any of these people at all? Okay. Jimmy does not know these people. I'm going to go with Jason Priestley's worth more because he's into car racing and some other stuff. I'm saying Priestley is over Luke Perry. Hit it.
Says about $22 million, so they're about even.
But $2 million that's a lot of extra money. So he's worth 10% more. So I won with Priestley. Okay, let's do Brian Austin Green. I'm going to say he's worth about $12 million. $8 to $12 million for Brian Austin Green. Because, did they get residuals off the shows? I mean, there's reruns still.
They do, yeah.
8 to 12 million for Brian. That's a pretty big range. I know that, but come on, dude. Come on. Watch him be worth more. He did some DJ stuff. He had a couple songs out.
He's also married to Megan Fox.
Oh.
Says about $3 million.
Oh, how disappointing. How off was I? That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Well, this is old, though. Okay, he's worth more than that. This isn't updated. Because it says he's scheduled to begin work on Desperate Housewives, but that was last year that he filmed it. So he's worth more than $3 million. So these aren't updated.
He might only be worth like $5 million. How much could he have made off Desperate Housewives?
Yeah, he's been doing some other stuff. He's probably worth about $5 or $6 million now.
If you're worth $3 million, do they include your house, your car? Do they include your bed? How do they?
I don't think so. I think it's well, it says estimated net worth of $3 million. So yeah,
His
that
net
probably
worth.
includes everything.
That doesn't seem like much, does it?
But that you don't really know. I mean, this is based off probably his earnings off the TV shows and stuff. But he could
No,
have he could have investments that nobody knows about. He could own, you know.
You got to do taxes. Those are
Yeah,
public,
but
right?
No,
Okay. I don't know.
celebrities' taxes aren't public.
Well, here's the problem. Here's what's weird, okay? Now, Jimmy, no matter what you do, you can at least relate to what I'm about to say, okay? It says he's worth $3 million, right? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He lives in, I'm assuming, California, right? Hollywood, somewhere like that. Beverly Hills, who knows where, okay? You realize that a $1 million home there is not that great of a home, right? Like as far as celebrity status goes. Do you guys understand that?
Uh-huh.
Right.
$1 million home is probably, let's just think about this for a minute, would probably be a house that's worth about $500,000 here, maybe, or even maybe $400,000 here. Is that safe to say, or am I off on that? Am I thinking there?
No, he's probably.
So we're talking about a house here. Picture house, 1,000 square, way newer than this, by the way. A newer house than I'm currently staying in right now, okay? Newer house. Probably the same yard size, because I don't know if y'all know, but I have like side sections of yards that are kind of hidden. Probably about the same yard size as I have when you look at my backyard and side yards, with about another 1,000 square feet. That's probably the kind of house he's living in, okay? So my point of this whole thing is that he's worth $3 million. If $1 million of that is tied into his house, okay? Because no matter what he lives in, it's at least $1 million. If $1 million is tied into his house, it just doesn't seem like that much, man. He's got, he's probably got cars that are worth a lot of money. I mean, just that doesn't go a long way in the world of Hollywood, okay? It'd be hard to keep up with the Joneses when you're only worth $3 million.
Yeah, but if he's worth $3 million, he's pretty much set now for his life. He just has to, play it cool with what he does.
Hold on, you're saying that though. But if you have $1 million pad, you got to pay taxes on that.
Yeah, but he's still doing. He's actually worth more than that because since that was up there, he's been doing acting gigs. He just was on the season finale of Happy Endings, so he's going to come back next season. He may become a reoccurring character, which will probably pay $10,000 an episode. So if he does 6 episodes, there's $60,000 right there.
Yeah, but they live like stars, probably. I mean, even.
But he lives and he's married to Megan Fox, so right now
he's okay for that reason, right
until
there.
they get divorced.
What's Megan Fox worth?
Oh, let's see.
Let's see what she's worth.
She's worth a lot more.
Oh yeah, I'm guessing like $12 million. I was off on him though. So, well, I always picture these people taking their money when they make a lot of it and investing in the right way and buying.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
And buying businesses, and I would have thought he owned a couple clubs or something.
Oops. It says $5 million, but that can't be updated.
Megan Fox, interesting.
Yeah, this isn't updated though, but it says about $5 million.
All right, well let's go back on topic. So you're most like you said, Jason Priestley.
Jason Priestley.
All right, I'm gonna sound most like probably now I think about it, Brian Austin Green. That's probably who I'm most likely. And not that I can sing or dance like him, but I just say the way he dressed, the way his his character.
Right.
I think we all want to be Luke Perry. I think
You're kind of a wigger?
Dude, have you not seen pictures of me when I was a kid?
No, I can't say that I have.
Oh, bro. I had the lines in the hair. I had the Mercedes medallion. I've talked about this on the Pug Show. I had to get pictures out, man. Yeah, it's pretty sad. I was wearing the, Vanilla Ice style. That's my era, was Vanilla Ice. I was that kind of a kid. So definitely wore lots of, did the whole clothes thing. I was the clothes hound, man. All right. Well, what about chicks on here? Who are we dating on the show? I'm going to take the main characters, meaning Donna.
Okay, if you date Donna, you have to wait almost 10 years before you can have sex with her.
Hold on. Let's go over the list before you. Yeah, go ahead. You're fine. Donna's one there.
Donna.
Shannon Daughtery. Never liked her. She's just frumpy to me, short and frumpy.
She was cute back in the day.
Not much of a body.
She
Girl
was
next
still
door.
cute, yeah.
Girl next door.
She was a party girl, though.
Kelly.
Kelly is kind of the girl next door, but she got into the big coke problem in like season 6.
Kelly's not your girl next door. Kelly's the most popular hot chick of the school.
Yeah, she's the stuck-up kind of snobby chick that if she's your friend, it's cool, but if not, she'll look down on you at first.
Gabriella.
Ugh,
What was her
forget
name?
it.
What was her
Yeah,
name?
Andrea.
Andrea
Let's just say
Zuckerman.
Andrea. Yeah,
Andrea
yeah.
Zuckerman. Okay.
She
Hell
was way too old for that role, and she did not age well.
No, not at all. She was just too old, man. Period. She started
Yeah.
so old. And then you had Valerie, or Tiffany Amber Thiessen, Valerie Malone.
Yeah, she got looking better by the end of the time. Her time there.
I'm taking Kelly.
Vanessa Marcel.
Yeah, but it was, okay.
Yeah, she was kind of.
She's just too short for me. I'm going with Kelly. Jenny Garth.
What about some of the girls that came later, like Steve's girlfriend for a long time? What was her name?
There was a redheaded chick.
Yeah,
that
the
was
redheaded chick.
Was that his girlfriend now?
Yeah,
she
for like 3 or 4
dated-
seasons.
Her dad was the chancellor. No. She was pretty hot though. Cindy or something, or what's her name? No, I'm not into her at all. I remember her now. I'm out.
Yeah.
Then there was a real boring one that was like the co-editor with Brandon, who was real plain Jane. I'm taking Kelly. And who are you choosing?
I want to say Donna, but then you have to wait for sex for so long. But she was so nice and would wait on your hand and foot and take care of you. I guess Kelly.
All right, we'll
I'm
have to
gonna
fight
go for Kelly,
over.
too.
We'll have to fight over that one.
Well, it's Brandon and Dylan fighting over Kelly, remember? You're
Yeah, there
taking
you go.
Dylan and I'm Brandon.
That's
so.
exactly right. Yeah, totally. All right, man. Let's move on. Let's talk about something else. So we talked about Celebrity Apprentice. We talked about our. Apparently, we both had a fascination with 90210 because we know too much about them. The show. We talked about the Big Brothers. I think we've covered a lot of points here. Talk about one more thing, okay, that we already kind of touched on. Trayvon. You hear about this teacher that decided she'd make. Listen to this, Jimmy. You'll get into this story. She decides that she's going to take her class and let them dress however they want to. One day a month. They wear, actually, I think they might have even had to wear like a hooded shirt to look like Trayvon. They each put up $1, and she takes that dollar and donates it to the Trayvon's parents or somebody like that. Okay, it's some kind of donation. Okay, this teacher at either elementary or junior high school thought this was a good idea. Can you believe this? What an idiot! Who would do that? It's first of all, there's rules in the school about a dress code. Okay, I'm assuming. No, there has to be, because it's like that's the deal. You can dress how you want to for the $1. That's what you're paying to dress how you want to. So the apparently the principal okayed it, but then the board superintendent found out about it and shut it all down, and the teacher got suspended for 2 days. Do y'all just think that was a stupid, just dumb, idiotic idea for a teacher? I mean, it's a public office, so to speak, to do that. What are your thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, I just don't understand what you learned from that.
It's obviously some kind of attention. Let's fight for our rights or something. I don't know. It's stupid.
Yeah, if there was something that you could learn from it, and even if it was like an outlandish way of going about it, then I'd give props to the teacher for trying something new. But there's nothing that you can learn from this.
Well, I think she's trying to point out that you can't judge a book by its cover. Like, let's wear the hooded shirt. We're all gonna wear it and look like this kid that got killed for looking that way. And I think that was probably the message she's trying to send. But you just don't do that in school. You don't do that when you work at a public school.
Yeah.
You got parents involved and kids involved. You got to watch what you do. I mean, it was just dumb. Well, so apparently she got suspended for 2 days, and then she came back to the school and talked to the whoever's in charge there about it, the principal, I suppose, and then got suspended for a week or two. But I mean, she's like, what are you thinking? I mean, it's not enough money to make a difference in the world. I mean, if every kid puts up $1, I don't know if it's just for her class or for the entire school. I wouldn't think she has the ability to do it for the entire school, but she did go get it approved, so maybe. But it's just stupid. It was just moronic, you know what I mean? But do you think she should have been suspended?
Yeah, I guess if people were angry about it, I still don't really understand what she was trying to do. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that. I don't know. We'll see. I guess I would look at what else she's been up to. If I'm like the principal, I'd be like, what else has she been doing that has nothing to do with learning?
What would you do? Because you know enough about this case, I'm assuming. You know what happened, the basics. What would you do? First of all, are you going to try to? You get to make a case to the world via the internet for you, and show people a good or bad side of all this. What would you do? What's your thing gonna be like? You gonna go for the guy Zimmerman who's getting accused of all this stuff and he's the bad guy? Are you gonna go for the kid that got killed? You get to send a message to the world that pertains to this story. What are you gonna send? What message, Jimmy?
I don't know. I don't know the real details of what's going on. I know that there's certain things that I don't agree with, but having an overall message for the world, I don't think that I have one. I wasn't there, you know what I mean? Like I can go by, audio recordings and stuff like that, but that's not really something that I would be ready to judge people based on.
Yeah. What about you, Sam? Anything you want to save the world with? It's your chance. You're going to get 1 million views on this, and they're going to listen to what you had to say?
No, I mean, she did what she did. There's really not much else you can say.
No, I mean, you don't want to have you don't want to say, hey, tomorrow's going to be National Trayvon Day. Wear a hooded shirt, or let's help Zimmerman, or.
Oh no, man! God, no! You'd get lambasted. I would just be quiet about it.
Yeah, guys, what do you think about? I saw on Facebook a picture of Christ that was bleeding and all that. It had 400,000 likes on it. The first thing that crossed my mind. Maybe I should put a picture up like that and get a bunch of likes on my Facebook page. Right. Y'all feel that's wrong? That thought goes through my head.
What, just to get hits?
Well, I saw that's like, wow, if I had done that, I'd get 400,000 hits on my Facebook page. Apparently.
If you want to get hits, make a meme of Jesus that says illegitimate bastard son.
Ooh, I saw that. I saw something that pertained to that.
Oh, did you?
Paco or somebody put something up about.
Good for Paco.
I partied for 3 days and I woke up drunk and showed up on the Sunday or something like that. Yeah. I don't know. But what do you think, Jimmy? Is that just wrong for a person to do that?
My overall take on religion is that's exactly why it's here today. Is that you have opportunistic people that realize that they can make money or get attention by pushing religion on people, and thousands of likes on Facebook makes just more people want to put things like that out on Facebook. So
yeah, well. I just think we need to bring some kind of awareness to the show, so I don't know what we can do to do that, but we need to find that.
We can plaster bleeding pictures of Christ on the screen. It was creepy, man. I saw that shared a few times, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Did you like it? Did you hit the like button?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, these things that are going on Facebook lately where it's like, oh, Facebook has promised to give $1 to this kid with half a face.
That's all BS, right?
Yeah.
That's all BS. How can they do that? How do they?
It's people like you who want to put something out and get thousands.
Hold on, but
I
didn't put it out though.
I know, but you had the idea. They had the idea and went through with it. That's
why do they not
difference.
get shut down? Why does Facebook not go, this is a scam, don't shut this down? Because obviously Facebook's not going to back it up. So why don't they stop it and go, well, they're obviously saying Facebook's going to do something that's not true. Yeah. Why do they not stop it?
Well, they would get a big backlash out of that because at some point there's a line that you're crossing, censoring things.
But they're censoring something that says they are involved, though.
Yeah, but, a lot of people spread misinformation on the internet all the time. And, does that mean that Facebook needs to step in and tell you when you can post stories about news articles that may or may not be true or, so you can't really go in there and censor things, even if it does pertain to you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, I see those and I don't get it, man. But they do get a lot of hits. Mm-hmm. A whole lot of hits. So, well, man, let's do this. Let's go to break for a few minutes. Hey, can we play our new Titan trading card commercial while we're on break?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of work into that, a lot of effort. It's sad that it's going to last about 30 seconds and not impress nobody. But how do you put that? Are you going to put that with a couple videos combined, or how do you do that?
I can do that going into Biker Garage.
Okay, let's do that. And
okay.
We'll come back, and we'll have back in like 5-10 minutes, okay? Hey, Jimmy, remember the first time you got your first trading card?
I do.
I definitely remember mine, and now people can remember yours because Titan Trading Cards offers custom trading cards. Whether you're young, old, male, female, football player, cheerleader, DJ host, I guess, not